the video about to watch I recorded a couple of weeks ago, but I needed to get more information in order to release it because of the sensitive nature of the claims that are being made here. Now, I did talk to Philippe Bresson, and he informed me that there's a court case going on. They are suing the person whose video I'm responding or I'm reacting to for the allegations she's made, among other things. So, watch knowing that. At the same time, check hapo chini, we are crowdfunding for the book of Car Chapter X feature film. Mambo beard.
If you have not subscribed to Alboa Cinema, this is where you will get everything. So subscribe. Wait, ni wewe naongelesha. Subscribe.
So now, there is something that came across my timeline that I thought I was going to react to it a bit earlier, but things, events not overtook. There was other things I was doing. So there was this actress called Grace Wacuka, who somebody sent me this video because it's kind of a fire I've been trying to start here about the professionalism of our industry. Now, she claims that Philippe Bresson assaulted her in that sexually. So I'm going to hear what she has to say because there's been a number of things that have happened after that, but I want to hear what she has to say. I'm not coming in this already believing her or not believing her. I need to hear what she has to say, ask the necessary questions that must and always must be asked, because she can say that, but also a lot of times we've seen people say such things and it's not the case. But I'm not going saying she's lying or she's not lying, but we have to watch, give my feedback, and then I am going to find out also. I'm going to ask Philippe Bresson about his side of the story, if he cares to share. I'm not saying he must. I'm just saying this is my job. Let's see.
Story. Udaku. Udaku. Ushene.
Okay, is this a serious thing or... Okay, I've checked out her and she does like content and all. She's an actress. So she does a lot of different content. She responds to different things. So maybe that's her thing, but it's not a good start when you joke about such things that you want people to take very seriously, all right? Not a good start.
Nena. I'm a little tipsy. Just a little. Because I was told not to tell this story. This one I was told, shh. Why? Who told me to stay quiet? My lawyer. My lawyer? Why do I have a lawyer? Oh my goodness, Wacuka, I have so many questions. I bet you do. This is the light, by the way. I don't know.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I have so many questions. So this is those videos that I post and then I just like switch off my phone until whenever. Because, hey, you know what? Who knows? You might see me in court. Wacuka, slow down. What happened? What's going on in my lips?
What the hell?
2022, November 2022. I was in single Kiasi. Remember that? Yeah, I'm telling the story. Oh, I'm pretty sure Philippe and Grace won't like this. But, oh well. I got served a cease and desist. They want to sue me. I apologize. So, what happened was I was on set. I was doing a scene with Gadoni, and I was not able to do my scene.
I know this actress also.
Correctly. He was telling me to talk to Gadoni like she's my best friend, but it didn't make sense because why am I telling her, there's this guy I'm seeing and she's telling me that she's pregnant and best friends, like if we were best friends, so his direction wasn't making sense to me. And Philippe Bresson, Insignia Productions, producers, directors, Philippe Bresson, Grace Kahaki. Cash Money is coming out in January on Netflix. January, at some point. Check it out. Check it out. So he starts telling me, you know what, if I can't do the scene, he's not going to give me jobs. He goes from trying to direct me to telling me if I can't do the scene properly, he's not going to give me jobs in the future.
You see, the way this is going, I think the sensational part of it is starting to get to me because it doesn't sound serious, or it doesn't sound legit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's this, so she was already said that she was being given direction on set, then she didn't want to follow the direction, if I hear that correctly, or she didn't make sense. And I think maybe they had a back and forth on that. And then he said that she wouldn't get jobs if she doesn't do as he's told her. Generally speaking, I wouldn't tell an actress that. I just wouldn't call her again if she doesn't follow my direction. I don't have time to have this drama with these people on set. So if that's the case, if she was questioning what and he is the director and didn't want to follow his direction, it is her fault. If he says he won't hire again because of that, it's still her fault. I would not hire somebody who's not following direction. It's my production. And I think, unfortunately, many of you people don't know hierarchies on sets. And you have too much attitude and you think it's your set. So you're coming here to tell me that I shouldn't direct how I want. That is who the director. If he does the wrong thing, it's on him. We follow the direction. Because if you don't follow direction, what happens is the production, there are issues. Anyway, that's beside the point. Let's hear what happens next. So you will not be hired again, okay?
I tell him, there's several people there. There's Gadoni, there's the crew, you know. And I'm like, what does that have to do with the scene? I start crying because...
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you see, because that's why I wanted to hear his side of it, because there's those gaps. He jumps from this to that. That's not normal unless it's something you're doing repeatedly. It could be the problem that you're doing something repeatedly, and this guy's just had enough of it. So there could be that.
You know, have you noticed I've not come back to Single Kiasi? Takes a sip.
I never watched it.
Is Wacuka an alcoholic? Wacuka needs help. You need help. You need to get a master's in psychology before you're out here diagnosed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Month of like 20 minutes per month. Sorry, that was rude. Forgive me. Or don't. Anyway, so he comes to me after that scene, you know, I'm crying. He tells us, you know, let's take a...
If you do that on my set, you're gone immediately. You start crying, so you want to also emotionally manipulate people on set to do what you want. The director asked you to do a certain thing and you said no. So you want still a chance to mess up my set. Never gonna happen. Especially if you cry. Oh, you're out of there so fast. Because that thing I know immediately what it's for. And if you are a grown-up who just cries because of that instantly, in fact, I don't want you on set at all. You're not mature enough for work. Up to here, hapo ndio nimefika.
Break. You guys remember the break, yeah? He comes to me, and I think he's coming to me to apologize. Unfortunately, it's just me and him, so no evidence. And he takes my hand and puts it on his arse and says, hold me like you love me. Philippe Bresson, the great director of Mali. You know, if I died, like if I committed suicide, I'm not going to relax.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's always the melodrama. Wow. Jesus.
Philippe and Grace would be there. They'd be like, oh, what happened to her? We don't even understand why she even had mental health episodes. I tell him, because I'm in shock. That wasn't okay. That wasn't right. What does he do? He dismisses it. I'm in shock. I don't tell him.
So he comes, he tells you to take your hand and puts it on his ass and says, hold me like you. I guess maybe she might be the wrong way. So everything she says just doesn't sound authentic. Doesn't sound real, you know. I would love to talk to Bresson about it. I hope he can take my call. Do still have his number? I must have his number. I am going to have to ask him because this sounds a bit off. Sounds, but you never know with people. But that's at the same time, it's like she doesn't understand her demeanor makes it less believable. I don't know why she doesn't understand that. I've seen there's been a number of reactions, comments, yes, says, shares. Yeah.
Anybody on set, I'm in shock. I must have told my family. But again, I did not document. That's what I'm learning from the lawyers I'm talking to. Then, what you need to pause. You need to know things about me, me and this circle above my head. I'm many things in life, but I'm not a liar.
That's just you making an assertion. It's your action. It's whether what you said is true and can be proven to be true. The rest is just innuendo. You see, you're trying to manipulate people. Say, no, I do not lie. Mimi sidanganyangi. Unajua mimi ni Mkristo. No. Yeah, it's now when you levy such accusations against someone. We do this. I do not lie. Does not pass the any smell. Any does not. You will not use that in court and it comes out and said, "Oh, yeah, you're right." No evidence.
A liar. You know the devil is the father of lies. God forbid I've ever associated with that being. Spirits, principalities, and all those demonic forces. I am many things. Emotionally dysregulated. She needs help. Whatever, say whatever. But a liar? A liar.
You have said nothing yet to prove otherwise. You're just making an assertion that you're a good, honest person. Evidence. You're making very, very, very serious allegations against this guy. You must know. Your lawyers have not told you that this does not pass the smell test. That you just say, I can be this and this and this, but a liar, I'm not. Nobody buys that shit. You need to do a much better job at trying to articulate this. I wish I'd seen this earlier. Tuendelee.
So.
And all this drama, like you're trying to perform while you're trying to pass around this serious message, downgrades it totally. So now I'm just listening to you like it's a story you're cooking. Like, why do people take such things so lightly and they think it's just for content? This is not just for content. You're doing it for content, but it's one of your best performing videos. Like, seriously, people, what's wrong with you? Are you trying to change something, or you just want everybody wants content? Just unataka tu for the reactions online. Like, it's.
I tell him that wasn't okay, and he dismisses. A few weeks later, we're on set again. Maybe I'll post the pictures. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I'll edit because I don't like being drunk. Being drunk sucks. Being drunk.
You really shouldn't have done this. That you're drinking and whatever, and you keep saying it like it's a good thing. Or you're drinking because it's traumatizing. No. You really shouldn't be doing this.
Drunk sucks. I don't like being drunk. You just get a little and then you stop. At the wine Kenyan party, you just stop. And I tell him, Philippe, I don't like what you did that time. And he tells me, but you wanted it. I say, no, I didn't. This isn't funny. And he says,
but you're here making fun of it. What do you mean this isn't funny? You're not believable. I'm sorry. You just aren't. Like, why you... Because all of you like to use this emotional matter. Then you say, no, I'm just making fun of it because I was total... No. If this thing is serious, you take it serious. Otherwise, I have been trying. I'm really been on a warpath with these motherfuckers who do these things. But you can't help the case when you're like this.
Grace, but you wanted it. I wanted it. I tell him, Philippe, listen, this is wrong. You need to apologize. And he goes, fine, sorry. Time passes. I send a bunch of emails, very positive. I'm very positive in my emails, very like, hey guys, Happy New Year, blessing.
Niaje? Sejo.
Blah blah blah. Because listen, they gave me married to work, they gave me single kiasi. Showmax, by the way, didn't want me on single kiasi. Also, they say that Showmax said that they had to write a letter saying, we accept Wacuka as a liability. Why? Because there's two people that I've not mentioned who spread such horrible rumors about me. It went all the way to the top. Woohoo! So, a few weeks later, I asked him to, whatever. I tafted them for 1 year. 1 year. Finally, last year, the Cash Money auditions are happening, and Kahaki, who, by the way, I have no issues with, she can have an issue with me. Or maybe I should have an issue with her. Honestly, I don't know.
What the hell, man?
Succeeding as a woman in this industry is hard.
Ah, for fuck's sake. I know a number of female actresses that are getting jobs that they're working and they're working, and they've many who've made a great success out of it. There's nothing. There's in this industry that it's hard to be a woman. Now this one has lost credibility in my eyes. Totally. When you're using this manipulation of also trying to bring this women empowerment nonsense. Because there's been so much of this bullshit. I'm sorry to say, but why do people keep doing this? No, as far as I'm concerned, our credibility has dropped to almost zero. Just because of this behavior, it's so hard in distant. She's trying to use all the manipulation tactics that are known. I'm sorry. We need facts, not the innuendos. Because the first time, if you should have recorded. The second time, when you're trying to get evidence, you should, like we're saying, okay, sorry, you should have recorded that. But the first time you didn't record, second time when you're trying to get a report, you didn't record, and then could you have shown the emails? You're saying, oh, I was this, like, nah.
And she tells me, come for the audition, and I tell her, something happened, and I call her and I tell her, this happened, and she goes, gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. We need to listen to Philippe's side.
Yes. Yes.
She says, should I tell him before or after the audition? I say before. I go to the office to amend things. I bring Grace a cake, because that's what I used to do. I used to bring them cakes. And Grace talks to me. And she tells me, Philippe makes eye contact with me. It looks like betrayal. He's so angry. I mess things up. One time I shared how much I made in a single kiasi, and they called me screaming at me on the phone. Do you know it's in your contract? You're not supposed to talk about that. See?
If it's in your contract and you do that, this is not your business. What is wrong with you? Do you think like being rebellious like this now, like it's because the thing is there's a lot of questions I have about your story now. And on top of that, it seems everywhere you go, you're a hellraiser. Not in such a bad way, like not in such a good way that you're trying to actually do things. You have a main character syndrome, as from what I can see. I hope I'm not right, but you do have main character syndrome, and you think that everything you want must be done how you want. If you've signed a contract and in the contract you're not meant to, there's a reason people do that. Some reasons personally I don't care for, because if I'm paying someone something, and especially on this kind of platforms, sometimes I don't mind just saying it. Sometimes the actors don't want that known because for whatever reasons. But if it's in your contract that you're not supposed to release that information, and you do, now because I'm a businessman, I'm not going to take shit from somebody like this. Absolutely 000. Especially somebody who doesn't follow contracts they signed. They read through and signed at the bottom and agreed to the terms and conditions. This is unprofessional behavior. If she did that, totally unprofessional. In fact, I don't even know why these guys work with her at all. Sababu huyu anataka nikaa kuwa social justice warrior. That's her main thing.
Okay. Took it down, said I was sorry, emailed them, said I was sorry, because the lawyer said, sis, you have no case.
Yes, because you signed a contract not to do these things. And you see, everything I always talk about the payments. It's always up to the moment you sign the contract. If you agree to the terms and conditions, you can't then come out here to say, oh, it was unfair. No, you took the deal. That's why I try to give people information to understand what your market rates are and how to negotiate and do all those things. But you take the deal, then you come to tarnish the name of the production house because of a deal you signed. This is unacceptable. It's unprofessional behavior. You can't claim people are being unprofessional inside. Well, it seems your entire thing is just being unprofessional. You don't respect contracts. How the hell do you think you're going to work without contracts? Get serious. Come on now.
So, I know someone's gonna follow this. So, basically, the audition did not happen.
I wouldn't audition you. Jesus Christ, why would I have such a person on my set who's just about to just destroy everything? And Philip, if there was that kind of interaction with her, why would you even complicate things even more with that? When you're dealing with such a person, an unprofessional person like this, why would you do that? That's why you see, for me, there's many holes here that I need filled. I will do a follow-up on this video. Let her finish then.
Because, is that really the environment I want to be in?
No, you went there and then you wanted to... You see, you keep... Anyway.
I was told, give Philippe time. He needs to process. Poor little Philippe. He needs to process. Philippe is a god, man. Philippe is the god of the producers of this industry. You don't want to get on his black book.
For me, all these are just people. And you see, I don't like because I don't know if somebody said it, but she's trying to create the image that the guy is like that. I've known Philippe. I mean, he's done well for himself from way back. Was it Higher Learning, things like that? He's done his things. Just like many of the producers locally, there's things I don't agree with how they do them, but I have not personally heard this version from any other person other than her. And Philip is a good looking guy. Wanawake namtaka sana kwa hizo maset. I haven't really heard of it, except hii ya kwanza ile aliharibu kampuni. The guy, I think there was the current woman is dealing, I don't know if they're still dealing there. Anaitwa Candy, yeah, there's that short hair, nice lips, that one. Nasikianga huyo inakuanga mtu wake. So I don't know, but anyway, that's just because ni old school najua kwa sababu hiyo itu ileta kisanga bana. Hey.
We went to Brad on his black book. He told me when I joined Single Kiasi, don't fuck this up.
Yes. I would tell you the thing because probably knows you. Kwa tabia yake, maybe he was just saying that. I need to understand this, Nini, because the other people, if I speak to the other cast and crew, I think the image will be clearer. Wacha tusikie tena sema ya.
He's a god. It's okay. Go be god of this world. It's fine. There's still the next one. That one's much longer. So to summarize, I hand some of you. That's kind of weird. I don't like that. You wanted it. And then now I have a cease and desist.
Caesar decided to defamatory statements by yourself on a WhatsApp platform. So, ulianza WhatsApp. We have been retained by Philippe Bresson, Maurice, and Grace Wacuka, the capacity of the directors of Insignia Film. Collectively, our client who have instructed us to address you here under on the 13th January, using your mobile phone, blah, blah, blah. She's put a number there. You communicated to other people on a WhatsApp group named Kenyan Professional Actors Forum, consisting of 600 people, something, and published numerous statements related to our clients, including, naming gatekeepers. I brought up a sexual harassment incident on set. My audition for Cash Money disappeared. Oh, my bad. It's not that my audition disappeared. It's just that I chose not to audition. What happened was one day Gadoni was shooting a scene for Single Kiasi. So that's what she's... So this is the things she's posted on WhatsApp group. And... okay. Now, these are very serious things. And that's why I do not take sides immediately. I was responding to a video as I was seeing it. And I don't think she's very serious about this. I think... This is my own thoughts. I think there is something else that's not clear. I'm going to try to get information from Philippe Bresson and maybe Kahaki, so that I know what exactly is going on over here. Because these are things that will tarnish an entire industry. That now maybe somebody wants to invest from Maju, where that PR for women harassment is too much. Those are the things that come. That's why I always have to talk about. This one has traveled clearly, 976 shares. So many people, thousands and thousands of people have heard of this. I'm going to make a follow-up. What do I think of the claims? If it's true, very sad. I hope, Bresson, you lose everything. If it's not, this girl should never be hired by anyone ever again. So both ways. Huyo kama alifanya, although also this she put his hand on, it just sounds so ridiculous. Maybe whatever has been said, he didn't actually do something. If that's what he said, he shouldn't lose everything. Maybe a few, maybe a series moja showbacks. Man, I hate it when things are so full of shit. So next time, Wase, if something has happened to you, do not be like her. Document, release, stay focused. Don't try and make content out of it. Make it that the courts know about it, and then after the thing has done, then you can bring all the evidence and move. Then not trying to litigate the case through social media so that you can have sympathy. I have not really liked how you've gone about this, and I think there's a good case for defamation here because a lot of what you're saying doesn't make sense. There's a big holes there that you need to fill. Sawa, I don't know what you guys think. Post down there, tell me what you think. I know many of you are you have to be activists. You can be activists on the comment section, and tell me what you think. Also, you can like, subscribe, and do dislike if you like, and continue. Sawa.